Hello again. I am Professor LaShawn Bold, and I'm going to guide you through the syllabus for this particular course, Social Work 2311, Intro to Social Work. I'm going to click on the syllabus here, and we're going to go through it together. As you can tell, here's what it looks like. And it's got our section numbers on there. There are actually two sections of this course. And it's got my name, contact information. It's got my faculty profile there if you want to know more information about other courses that I've taught. And it's got some contact information there. Also listed here is the course description and what is expected. This is an overview of the social work profession, the fields of practice, social intervention, history of social work, and the relationship to the social welfare system. This is not a skills course. This is an overview of social work and what it means to be a social worker. In social work, we have an accreditation council. And our accreditation council makes sure that we are living up to the standards of education in social work. So we have this term called EPAS, E-P-A-S, and that stands for Educational Policy and Accreditation Standards. These are the outcomes that are expected of social workers from this particular course. It is a good idea, if you plan to be a social worker, to become familiar with the educational policies of what you're supposed to be learning and what is expected of you by the time you finish this course. Each one of these policies has some very good descriptions of what you can expect from social work. In the policies, they are also matched up to the activities that we do in this course. So you will see throughout the syllabus, there will be the educational policies, which area is represented from each activity. And I'll show you what that looks like in just a minute. But there's a whole list of the educational policies that you will learn about in this particular course, or that you will experience in this course. Here are the required texts and other course materials. So we have the regular textbook, but we also have an online supplement. I'm going to click on that online supplement there, and it takes you to New Directions in Social Work, which is an addition to the book. So it's a great addition to the book, and we will be using it in this class. We will primarily use it with the Sanchez family, and you'll become more familiar with the Sanchez family, and we'll do some practical application on this website. So you will go there from the syllabus, or you can cut and paste also. If the link doesn't work there, you can just click on it and cut and paste it into your browser and get there that way. That's an online supplement that we're going to be using. You may have to sign up. It's a free supplement, but you may have to establish, put your username and address and all of that in there to get on there. The course requires the use of Blackboard for all the completion of quizzes and tests. And we also recommend that you get some access to the APA manual for writing, as there is a writing assignment required in this course. Here are the major course assignments. You have a community assignment. This course requires that you complete 10 community service hours in one single nonprofit social service agencies. You must do that in one place. You cannot combine your hours in different places, but you need to do that in one place, 10 hours by the end of the semester. Or if you feel like you're not going to be able to do the community service hours, you may substitute the community assignment for, you may do an interview with a social worker. So you have a choice of one of two things. You may either complete the community service hours or interview a social worker. If you interview a social worker, it is very important that that person have a bachelor's degree or a master's degree in social work. They cannot have a degree in anything else to be in this interview. You are interviewing someone who has a master's or a bachelor's degree in social work. Sometimes you're going to meet people who say they are social workers, but they're not. In order to call yourself a social worker, you must have a bachelor's degree or a master's degree in social work from an accredited university. So be sure if you plan to do the interview as opposed to the community service hours that you understand that. Also, the interview has some forms that you need to fill out and questions that you need to fill out there. Okay, there are also 10 quizzes, and then there are weekly discussions. I want to talk a little bit about weekly discussions. There are 15 sessions, and in each week you will have a discussion board. Students must have a minimum of 3 posts on the discussion board to get the full 10 points. Students are expected to respond in intellectual ways that reflect the things that we've studied that week. So basically, you will go through all of the course materials, watch the videos, the PowerPoints, and then you will have your discussion board and respond to the discussion board. You will make one response of your own to the discussion board, and then you will respond to 2 other people. Your first response to the question is due by Friday, okay? The second response is due by the following Monday, or the other 2 responses. Let me clarify what I just said. Your first student response to the question on the discussion board is due by Friday. Your responses to 2 other people are due by Monday. Okay? So you get a little bit of time to read other people's first response and respond by Monday. There is a rubric for discussing on the discussion board. A rubric is a way that we grade your participation. Here is what is acceptable or not acceptable, good or excellent. Here are the points. If your discussion board is unacceptable, you will get 0 points. If it's acceptable, you'll get 6 points. If it's good, you'll get 8 points. And if it's excellent, you'll get 10 points. And in each area, you'll be graded. And here is the description of what you need to have done in each area. Examples of the postings, here are some things that you can say in your discussion board and ways that you can respond to people that would be appropriate. The main thing is that you need to have in-depth responses to others that interact. It cannot be just, oh, that's great, or hi, how you doing, or I agree. You've got to be more in-depth with that, and we also expect that you will use a reference to text materials and course materials in that. So be sure you read that rubric pretty closely. Okay, then we have the fields of practice paper, and there are all the instructions here for that one fields of practice paper. It is 8 to 10 pages, and the cover sheet and the reference page are not counted in that 8 to 10 pages. That's important to know. Be sure you're familiar with all of the instructions here and how you might go about writing that paper. There are also 2 exams in this course. There's a midterm and a final, and the due dates are here. Here is the grading policy, so you can know these are weighted grades, so the community assignment is worth 20% of your total grade. You will get a final average at the end on Grade Center. Here's the makeup policy. There's no makeup exams because you have plenty of time to get them done unless, you have some major emergency that you need to let me know about well in advance. There should be no reason why anyone would need a makeup exam. And all papers are due on the dates indicated by Blackboard. All of the assignments are due on the dates indicated by Blackboard. You must, I'm going to scroll back up here to the discussion boards real quick. You must complete the discussion board each week, okay? Let's see where I said that. Discussion boards, right here, I'm going to highlight, will close at the end of each week and will not be reopened to encourage timely discussion. We want you talking to each other within that week. You cannot miss a conversation and then go back and backtrack. I will not give points for any late discussion boards. Okay. Now quizzes, you have plenty of time, and you can get those done within the semester. But discussion boards have to be done during the week. Okay, back to the grading policy. Here's the makeup policy, here's the attendance policy, and there's the course schedule. The course schedule has what to do every week, and it is your guide to what you have to do each week and what is expected within that week. This is a very important point too. Each week begins on a Tuesday and ends on a Monday. Okay? Your instructions here, discussion boards. Each student must respond to the question or the post an article by 11:59 on Friday. However, students have until the following Monday to respond to at least 2 other students' posts. You have to respond to 2 other students to get full credit. Okay. And this just notes that the spring semester begins on Tuesday, January 19th, and you should plan to complete your initial discussion board post by that Friday. Here's the weekly checklist. We went over that in the start area. Here are some more expectations of the syllabus. What's available to you. There's some student support services. There's a librarian. These are general syllabus postings from requirements from UTA of what's available to you as far as services, disability, accommodations. If you have any questions about any of these things, please feel free to email me because I definitely would be able to discuss these things with you. There's a student feedback survey at the end of the course, and we hope that you will complete that once the course is final. Information about finals week, and that's it. That is the syllabus in a nutshell, and I hope that has been helpful to you. If you have any questions about any of the assignments, please feel free to email me, and I look forward to working with you this semester. Bye.